Hi, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name is Fred Weller and today I'm doing a quick video on Dungeon Master tips, and this particular Dungeon Master tip is asking a question. Should the Dungeon Master provide or offer advice to the players? And I'm only doing this video because I've seen a lot of polarized and rather extreme views on YouTube stating that one, you shouldn't, and one, you should. So I thought I would put in my 2 cents simply because I feel a particular way about this sort of topic. Do you give advice on anything regarding the player's choices? And I feel like there is a balancing act. So I'm going to present my argument to you for why you should and when, and you can decide whether you agree with me or not. And I honestly have no issue with people disagreeing with me. That's perfectly fine. So my view of a Dungeon Master has always been that they are a guide. Not only a guide in terms of refereeing the rules and deciding on anything, but also a guide in terms of narrating and presenting the players with a story. That's their role. I understand that is their purpose. But also, would you believe it, I also feel like it's also when the players aren't completely sure of what's going on, this is their opportunity as the Dungeon Master to explain and help them understand how to play Dungeons and Dragons, how to operate as a team of players and characters within a story, and also occasionally, if they don't fully understand the situation, to give some guidance around that. And when you're running the game as a Dungeon Master, sometimes you appear as the opposition, an adversary, a competitor, particularly in combat, particularly with traps, particularly with other sorts of challenges. But at other times you are supposedly the impartial, objective referee who's saying, look, no, the rules revolve this way, not that way. In this case, this is what you can do. And at other times, as I said, I still feel that they are there as an impartial person who is acting not just like a guide, but a little bit like a teacher, giving them a better understanding of how to operate as a team. If they're a bit confused about something, then you enlighten them. So that is my view about how a Dungeon Master operates. So let's get back to the question. Should a Dungeon Master offer advice to the players about anything? And I'm going to say right now, not straight away. I'm not saying you should give them advice straight away about any situation that you've provided in the story. I'm not saying that. But neither am I saying that you should let them sit there for the entire session and just let them struggle. And if they don't figure it out and they go home and they're lost, I don't think that's a good situation either. I think there is a happy balance. And that happy balance is giving them an opportunity to figure out the problem and solve the issue themselves. But if it starts turning into a situation where players are getting frustrated, or even you as the Dungeon Master are getting frustrated, then that is really a time for you as the Dungeon Master to step in and have some sort of part to play. Offer them a few options if they are not fully don't fully understand the situation, particularly with new players. New players often will not have a clue, and maybe they don't know all their options available to them because they have preset understanding of what they can do, probably from other games they've played, but also from playing video games where there are restrictions. You know, you can't go into water because you will die if you go into water. But that doesn't apply in Dungeons and Dragons. The other thing is, if you notice that people are getting into arguments, that's a good time for a Dungeon Master to step in and offer some advice to the players about some of the options that they could pick up on. That's really what I wanted to talk about. That's the gist of it. I don't want to say too much more than that. I think I covered everything I'd written down in my notes. I have sat here and spent a bit of time writing down notes. I really struggled trying to do this video today, but now that it's done, hopefully people will understand that a balanced view of providing advice is always the best option. But you do not have to agree with me. I totally understand if people don't. If you found this video helpful or informative, please share, like and subscribe. Make a comment below if you disagree with me or you agree with me or you would like to add something. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.